today I am doing another video about my hair topper, but this time I'm using a different brand. I actually have partnered with this video, or partnered with UniWigs for this video. So the hair topper I'm going to show you today is actually a UniWigs topper and not a Halo Couture topper, which was in my last video. If you saw my video before, maybe probably back in May, I think is when I posted it, and I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. It all talks about my first hair topper that I had by Halo Couture, and it was already like a year's worth of wear. So this one by UniWigs that I have is only like a couple weeks old, so you're gonna see it more new. And I'm gonna do a whole demo and kind of talk about it and whatever. And I even have a little discount code for you guys to use if you want to go check out hair toppers on UniWigs website, and I'll link all that down below too. I don't know why I keep swinging my pen around. I have some notes here, so I'm just going to go over the hair topper and show you guys all about it. Okay, to start off, let me just show you guys my hair. You can kind of see my hair in the last video as well when I talked about the first hair topper, but let me kind of show you what my hair looks like. It's not the finest hair in the world, but it's pretty fine in my opinion. It is definitely thinning. I do have a little bit of touches of alopecia, which is an autoimmune disorder where your, I don't know that much about it, but what I do know is that your immune system attacks healthy hair cells. It like gets confused and it starts attacking healthy hair cells, and there's no cure. There's really no treatment even. I think there might be medication you might be able to take. I have to see a dermatologist about it still, but my doctor did say that it's very likely alopecia, so that's great. But basically, yeah, so people with that kind of problem, or just thinning hair in general, or people who are going through chemo and losing their hair and want to have hair, like some people just, they don't want to lose their hair, they don't want to have thinning hair, they want to have, you know, big voluminous hair, or not even voluminous, just hair in general. So this is a great option, hair toppers, for men and women, because they make, what is it called for men, toupees, I think. They've had those around forever, but I don't think they've had female hair toppers or long hair toppers around for a long time, so that's exciting. But yeah, so here's my hair. You can see it's pretty fine. So, sitting on the floor because I have the camera set up like right at the window because I want it to be like the best lighting I can. Here's my hair. It's kind of crazy right now because I slept in like a messy bun, so it's kind of wavy. Normally it's just straight, but it's kind of like a mess. But yeah, so here's my hair. And then I will show you guys the hair topper. So just ignore this situation. It will be prettier soon. So here's the hair topper. This is from UniWigs. I do have to wash it. It's not looking the best in the world right now, but trying to make it, you know, make this natural, realistic video. So I have it hanging on a hanger again, a clippy hanger like I did in my last video. I just kind of turn it inside out. You can see the clips there and kind of how that's the cap. It's inside out, so I clip the hanger on like that and I hang it up in my closet. That's where I store it. And then you just take the hanger off and then you can just turn it back the right way. And then that's what it looks like in the back. And this is what it looks like in the front with the cap and the clips. Okay, so this specific topper was sent to me by UniWigs to kind of test and show in the video, and also to just try out in general. And I'm gonna be honest, I was skeptical because I have only used Halo Couture for hair extensions and toppers. I've never used UniWigs. I wasn't sure how good of quality it was, and how, like, I just wasn't really sure. I did look at their website. There is a lot of reviews, so you can look up a ton of reviews, and they have a ton more options than Halo Couture for hair toppers. And they have tons of different densities, lengths, colors, cap sizes, cap materials, so many different options of every type of little spec of the topper. They have different options for, whereas the Halo Couture is all just kind of one length, one standard density, one standard cap, but like different colors. That's like the only different spec, I guess, specification, spec. So, okay, my hair is just, it needs its topper. Okay, so this is the hair. It's very pretty. I did get it trimmed by my hairstylist, or like my hair girl who cuts my hair. She did give it a trim to kind of match the length of my current hair, as well as she gave it a couple of face framing front layers. So let me talk about it before I like do any type of tutorial. So I want to talk about the hair topper. So like I said, it's from UniWigs. I have notes, so I'm reading off that. So it's from UniWigs. It's just called a hair topper, or like a hair piece. I'll link their website and Instagram below. And the code I do have to save is 15% off your order using the code KM. So just my initials, K and then the letter M. And then, yeah, that's kind of the details of that. But let me tell you about my actual hair topper they sent me. So this one is called, I can't read from afar. This one is called the Upgrade Claire Plus Topper. Upgrade Claire Plus Topper. So there's a Claire Plus, and then this is the Upgrade Claire Plus. And it is 16 inches long. Like I said, my hair girl did give it a nice trim, just a little bit, and kind of the layers, but it was normally 16 inches long, so you can kind of see that's pretty long. So something to note. And then I also got the 6.5 by 6.5 inch cap. So this base or cap on the inside of the hair, it's 6.5 inches across, and you know, that way too. So it's pretty large cap. It covers a good amount of your head or your scalp. So if you have minimal hair loss, or you need minimal coverage on top, you will get a smaller cap, but the more hair coverage you want, you get a larger cap. So this is a pretty good sized cap. And it is the mono top. It's called monofilament. So they have 3 different types of tops. They have like a silk base or base. They have the silk base, the mono base, and the synthetic base, I think. So this is the monofilament base. Basically what that means is that it creates the illusion of natural hair growth where your hair is parted. Each individual hair is hand tied to a fine mesh material, which is the mono cap, that allows both light and air to pass through. It's soft, comfortable, non-irritating, and mimics the look of natural hair. And you can change the parting however you want, like put it like middle part, left, right, like no part, I guess, if you wanted. But as you can see, it is a very breathable kind of mesh. And then on the roots, where your part would be, you have a nice kind of rooted part. So that's a nice plus, because it kind of just makes it look more realistic. Okay, and then also, it is 100% real Remy human hair. So it is completely natural. You can color it. I mean, you shouldn't lighten it because that can risk stripping the hair, but you can darken it with dye. Go to your hairstylist. Don't do it at home. You don't want to mess this up. These are not cheap because they're good quality hair, and it's a lot of hair, so you don't want to mess it up. So I would say don't dye it at home unless you want to take a risk. And then you can also cut the hair, you know, use hot tools, hair dryer, blow dryer, you know, straightener, curling iron. I curled mine a little bit ago. It still has some curl to it. So you can use all the hot tools and treat it like normal hair. And this one also did come with a halo like wire that goes around the top of your head that can kind of secure the topper in better in the case that you're like worried it's gonna fall off. And it can also relieve any pressure from the clips should you experience pressure from them. But I didn't care to use that, so I did cut it out, which you can do. It also came with a lace front. So you can't really tell now because I cut it out, but that's the lace front, and it came out about, you know, an extra inch, I would say. And you can keep that if you don't have like a natural part, or you don't have like a good, like a hairline at all. Some people don't have hairlines, you know, really at all. So what they can do, that lace front piece, you can lay it across the top of your forehead, and I think you can, like, if you needed to, you could use like eyeshadow or like a brown like powder or something and kind of fill in that front cap to kind of make an appearance that you have the hairline. I didn't have that problem, so I just cut the, I cut that lace front back just with some little scissors carefully along the front there. And this is 130% density, so that means it is a lot of hair through the roots all the way through the ends. A lot of hair. So that's what 130% density looks like. And then lastly, the color. So this color is, again, it's a specific color to the hair topper. So for the Upgrade Clair Plus, the color is T414 Rooted Mocha. And I'll link that below. But it's just the number of it is T-414, and then the color name is Rooted Mocha. And it is a little bit lighter than my natural hair. It does have some natural kind of highlights. My hair girl did not color it at all. She just trimmed it. So this is a natural color of the Rooted Mocha. And since my hair is quite darker, I mean, honestly, it doesn't look this dark in person. I think somehow the lighting is making it look even darker. But when I try it on, you'll be able to see kind of how this color works with my natural hair. And then lastly, for pricing, these hair toppers in general are not cheap. You can find cheap ones for sure. There are cheaper ones, but they also come with less quality generally. So you can find them on Amazon. You can find them on a bunch of different websites that sell like hair extensions, wigs, all that kind of stuff. But for UniWigs, this brand, as well as Halo Couture, like my last brand of hair that I have, and a lot of kind of the bigger brands, they do run more expensive because they're just better quality hair. It's a real human hair. It's all tied, hand tied. Like look at all these tiny little dots. Like all that mesh material, each individual hair is hand tied to that cap. So it's really like a lot of time has been taken into making these, and they're just really good quality, and they're like there's a lot of thought into them. So with that being said, these kind of run between, depending on the length, the density, style you get, cap size, or base material you get, they can run between $400 to $700, somewhere in that range. I think this specific one I got was around $700, but I do know ones that are like a little bit less density, like 120% density, ones that are shorter length, like 14 inches versus 16. And then different styles, because this is the Clair Upgrade. There are a lot of styles that are like a little less, that are going to be a little cheaper for whatever reason. So I would say more the base price for hair topper is $400 to $500, and then it just kind of keeps going up from there. My neighbor's walking by. So awkward. Yeah, so that's just kind of how the prices run. You can take a look on the website and just look at all the different styles and kind of see how the prices run, but I will say they are not cheap. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys how I put on the topper. I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I can't like show you perfectly, and I am not like that good at filming videos, so I'm not like an expert on how to do this and like show you how to put it on while filming expertly, you know? So I just have my brushes and my little comb, so I'm gonna take my hair, and what I do, oh, and this topper is different from the Halo Couture also for the clips. If you watched my previous video, you'll see that there was a clip right here on the left and right, and then the fourth one is down in the middle. So this topper has 2 clips on either side. So there's none right at your, top of your head. And I actually prefer this. And then the 2 down there. But so there's still 4 clips. They're just in different locations on the cap. Therefore, they're on different locations on your head. And I actually prefer this clip placement and this kind of style instead of the Halo Couture. So, and I love the Halo Couture topper, but I don't know. I just kind of started discovering after wearing this for a few weeks that I liked those placements better, and they pulled on my hair less. It was easier to put in, and yeah, so something to note. Okay, so brush it through, kind of put it to the side because I need to fix my hair up. So I just brush my hair through, my natural hair. And I like to take Actually, I'm gonna just take my normal brush. I just like to use a tangle teaser brush. And once it's mostly tangle free, we're then gonna turn around and make it tangled again. Well, we're gonna tease it because I want to create enough volume and kind of like texture for the clips to be able to cling to something, so they are sturdy in my hair and they don't fall out. But like I said in my last video, which is a lot more detailed about how the hair toppers work and pros and cons and all that, I do recommend watching that if you are curious about all the pros and cons and how it kind of works in your hair and the differences between regular clip-in hair extensions and hair toppers. So I definitely recommend watching that for more details on that. But what I'm doing is just teasing my hair in the spots where the clips are going to be placed, which is kind of on either side of my head, like right about here-ish, and then back of my head a little bit lower. So there's no really rhyme or reason to this. I just kind of start teasing in those general areas, and I kind of figure out where this part, my natural part, is. And then when I take the topper, I just unclip all the clips. Again, make sure this is tangle free. And then, here, let me kind of adjust here. So then I take the hair topper and I kind of hold it like this, and I kind of almost like take it like behind my head and kind of whip it around. Okay, it's like, sit down on my butt. It's cutting off the top. So let me get close. This is not going to be the best angle for the camera. Not going to look pretty. It's fine. And you can see, look at that difference. A lot lighter brown versus darker brown. So this looks so ridiculous. Okay. I just take the part of the topper and I line it up with the part of my natural hair, and I bring it up pretty close. And I'll just hold down the topper, kind of like hold it where I want it. Let me put this camera back more. Hold it where I want it. And I'm gonna say that's roughly it because I don't have a mirror to be able to tell. And then I'll find the clip on one side and I kind of take the clip, here's the other side. I kind of take the clip, I kind of pull it back and then down and then in and up. Kind of like a scooping motion. You kind of want to take the clip and almost like scoop it up under the hair to clip, and then clip it to like make it cling to the hair. I don't know how to explain it, but it's trial and error whenever you put these things on. There's definitely times where I put them on and I have to take it off again like 5 times, and then sometimes I put it on the first time and it's perfect. So it just depends. So secure all the clips that same way, just kind of that scooping motion, and then I'll brush through my whole head of hair and kind of brush the topper into the natural hair, kind of blend it all together. You can also take a smaller fine tooth comb and kind of brush the top here to kind of make it all match. I don't know what my words are here, but to blend. And then let me see. Yeah, okay, so that's what you do, okay? So you can see it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go peek in the mirror to make sure it looks good before I continue the video, so just 1 second. Okay, so there you have it. I just went to the mirror and I just, made sure the part was good and there wasn't any, weird things I couldn't see in the camera. So now you can see how it looks, how I would prefer to wear it, and how I would just, throw your hair on and go out the door. You don't have to even style it really. The curl holds really well. So like I said, I did give it a kind of a curl the other day, and it's probably been like actually a few days now, and you can see that there's still some waviness to it. It wasn't like super curly, but if it was, it would have held, because this is really good. I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it's just thick enough strands that hold curl better. So that's a nice perk too, because fine hair does not hold a curl. If you have fine hair, you know this. And yeah, so here is the hair. You can see it kind of blends, I think, in my opinion, blends pretty well with the darker natural hair underneath. You You can kind of see how it's not that different, or like my other hair for sure. My Halo Couture topper was like bleach blonde at the top, and then it was so dark underneath. It did look obvious. Like looking back in some videos, I'm like, oh my god, like, or like pictures, I'm like, my hair is so obviously like I'm wearing something on top. So I am glad that this hair is a lot more close to my natural color, and it's, I think, a little bit longer even, and it has less damage obviously because it's like way newer. So yeah, so I do like this a lot. You can kind of see, let me get up close, let me show you guys like a full spin. You can kind of see the top of the hair too, so let me just kind of give you that. And then also, just like the other hair topper that I had and showed in the last video, you can style the hair, you know, however you want. Like normal hair, you can put it into like a ponytail and just, you know, secure it with hair tie. You can put it in a braid that same way, kind of put it like in a side braid down the side of your hair. What are other hairstyles? You can take it half up, half down, kind of like that, but like better. And then of course you can curl it and style it and do whatever you want with it, how you would normal hair. And it honestly doesn't hurt. I mean, I do mention this in the last video. Like I said, you really should watch that one if you have more further kind of detailed questions that you want answered. But it really doesn't hurt. These clips, like I said, actually feel even better than the other clips of the Halo Couture hair topper. So that's exciting. The placement is better. Instead of like one right here, the placement here and here is like a lot more comfortable and pulls at my hair less. So that's a nice perk to the UniWigs topper. I'm sure most of them are, I bet most of the clips are placed that way. I'm not sure if they're all identical on each cap, but that's how mine is. And this is, again, the 130% density, so it's a lot of extra hair. It's very helpful for not only hair like in the length, but also hair at your roots. It gives so much extra hair up there, and that's always where I wanted extra hair. I always felt like I had such fine roots, and it was just so thin up there that like if you touch the top of my head, it was like so flat and there was no volume at all. But now with a hair topper, it gives you volume at the top while also giving you volume throughout the length. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds, versus regular clip-in extensions that don't give you any like volume at the top. Okay, the other thing I was gonna say is that it, something about the hair, what was it? Oh, I remember. So the other thing I was gonna say was that, like I said before, it is a 6.5 by 6.5 inch topper, meaning it has 6.5 inches of coverage from here to like the back of my head, at the base of my scalp, and then 6.5 inches across this way too. So it is a very wide, large cap, a big old circle that just sits right on top and covers up a ton of space on top of your head to give you like maximum full coverage. There might be bigger caps even, but I think there might even be some that are 7 to 8 inches across, but this is pretty big. So, and you can kind of see how it looks on my head and how it looked in person, like when I was holding it off my head, to kind of see that size. You can kind of use me as a comparison to yourself and see what kind of size, topper, or density, or color, or whatever, length, whatever you want to, if you want to go buy one, or you're interested in looking at them, you can kind of see based off this topper and how it fits on me, how it might fit on you. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I am so thankful for UniWigs for sending me this hair topper and providing me with a code for you guys. Again, it's 15% off your total order, anything on the site. I think it's just besides clearance items, and that code will be again down in the description box below. And then yeah, I'm blown away by these hair extensions. I can't believe I ever questioned them in the past. Like I was like kind of skeptical of like, oh, I don't know, you know, I haven't heard much about UniWigs. I haven't looked into them very much, and let me just get what I'm used to, the Halo Couture. I'm really glad that I kind of more branched out, and they reached out to me coincidentally, and they offered to send me this because it's so amazing. I love it so much. I wear it every single day, and I plan on wearing it for like the next year until I need a new one. And it's just amazing, and I'm so glad to partner with something that is so beneficial to so many people, because hair is a big deal, and a lot of people might not think that or might not agree, but a lot of people do agree, and it's hard to go through certain circumstances in life, whether that be alopecia or losing your hair due to cancer treatments, or just losing your hair just to genetics and just your hair thinning and going fine over time. Aging, your hair gets a lot more fine, and it's just so nice that there is something like UniWigs out there to help with those kind of situations. So yeah, super thankful. I love the hair. Like, I 100% recommend this brand, and that's all I have to say. So make sure you guys check them out below, use my coupon code, and leave any comments if you have any other questions. Again, I'll link that other video below so you can see that too. And that's it. So I'll see you guys next time.